Guys, welcome back to another vibrations here on this here BrBpTV reaction videos. Guys, of course, it's your boy Mr. Lix and we are dropping this one. Welcome to each and every one of you guys right there. I know the last time I actually dropped a reaction video was actually on Friday, and of course a long weekend. I actually did a vlog and posted another performance of a Guyanese artist who came down to Dominica as well for the Pentecost Monday, and of course we definitely had fun in that regard. However, guys, this reaction is not of any fun whatsoever. If you guys want to check out that the previous vibes that took place over the weekend, you can definitely check the first comment in the comment box below, guys. But unfortunately, we are here for some sad news right there. As you can pretty much see, based off this image of this young lady, apparently she went missing. If anyone has seen this young lady, her name is Colonel Benjamin of Portsmouth. She was not what? She has not been seen since Wednesday. I believe that was last week Wednesday. She has a little boy of 1 year and 10 months, who I think is staying with the mother, her mother. Please, if anyone has seen her or know her whereabouts, let this individual know, and they provided a number right there. And of course, this is the young lady right there. She seems to be one of the prominent looking young ladies, from the viewpoint of looking at her. She's a very beautiful young lady right there. However, Emo News had a bit of an interview with the mother, and we want to get an insight to the whole thing, guys. I know some of you guys must have seen some of the stuff, but what I tend to do is to put the whole thing together and try to make sense out of it. So let us get into the perspective of what the mother has to say.
Melissa George's daughter has been missing, and she's going to tell us about the situation here and what is in place to finding her daughter. Good afternoon, Melissa. How do you feel?
Right now, presently, I am just confused. I'm out of it. I don't know what to think and what to make of the situation. I really don't know. I'm not feeling myself at all.
So tell us about your daughter.
Colonel, she's a very nice child. She's outspoken. She's bright. She's funny. She's quiet when she needs to be, and she's to herself.
So she's the kind of person who's outspoken, who's quiet when she needs to be quiet. So I'm guessing she has a level of balance in her life when it comes to certain things. And the reason why I'm pointing this out, guys, because like I said, I'm looking at the full scope of everything. What could be the cause and effect and all those kind of things there, depending on everything. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I think the person who did her bad was the one who is at full blame for what has happened to her. But the question is, who exactly did it? I think a number of persons have been making speculations and, you know, giving their viewpoint on this thing. But who exactly did it, or who can we actually point to that could cause this to happen? She stated that she's an outspoken kind of person, knows when to speak and this kind of things there. So I'm just giving the perspective in that regard right there. Let's go.
How old is she?
She's 18 years old.
She's 18 years. 18. And how long has she been missing?
Since Wednesday.
Since Wednesday. So Wednesday was the last time you saw your daughter?
I did not see her, but I last spoke with her on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yes.
And
so she went missing on the Wednesday, and you last spoke to her on Tuesday.
What was the conversation like between you and your daughter on Tuesday?
Our conversation was nice. We had a very nice conversation. We laughed. We talked about the baby. You know, she told me, she was telling me, Mommy, you know, you have the baby already. Just give me a little time for me to get myself together.
So it seems that the Tuesday there was not any squabble or anything like that, brothers and sisters. It seemed like because the mother, sometimes children don't tend to tell their parents what exactly is going on, but based on what the mother is saying, based off, I'm guessing, how her vocal pattern was, if the mother knew how to read people and this kind of things there, she's pretty much saying it was nice, you know, and the daughter was telling her she's trying to make something of herself to elevate, to then take care of the little one. You know, so I think that is a good thing right there. So it doesn't seem like there's any sort of trouble. What exactly could have happened between Tuesday and Wednesday, or just Wednesday itself? So trying to get the perspective in that regard.
Because I want to be able to provide for me and my baby. I don't want to come back home and I don't have no money. So let me just catch myself,
so where was she
and then
living?
I'll come back.
So you are saying that she has a baby. How old is that baby?
Her baby is a year and 10 months.
A year and 10 months. And is she employed?
Yes, she's employed.
Where does she work?
She works at Cabrit's Tavern.
Cabrit's Tavern. So you said on Tuesday you spoke with your daughter.
Yes.
And what prompted you to think that she is missing or was missing?
Well, on Wednesday evening around 8 o'clock, I called my nephew's phone. That's where she's living with her boyfriend. I called his phone to talk to her because I know she doesn't own a cell phone.
Wait a while.
Listen. Well, on Wednesday evening around 8 o'clock, I called my nephew's phone. That's where
She called her nephew's phone.
Living with her boyfriend.
Where she's living with her boyfriend.
Around 8 o'clock, I called my nephew's phone. That's where she's living with her boyfriend.
So the nephew and the boyfriend are pretty much living in the same house.
I called his phone to talk to her because I know she doesn't own a cell phone.
Maybe the nephew and the boyfriend are close, maybe. But the nephew? Anyways.
So I called to talk to her. Usually we talk sometimes in the evenings, and that's the time I can get her because Ali.
So it was 8 p.m.
is his name. He works in the daytime and she also works, so I have to wait at the time that he comes home and she's home. I can get to speak with her. So I say 8 o'clock is reasonable enough. So I called to speak with her. So then he told me, well, Auntie, hello Auntie. I said, hey Alija, Colonel around, I can talk to Colonel now. So he told me, Auntie, see this afternoon, Colonel take the bicycle, and she said she go in chance and get her rest of her clothes. But I don't see her come back yet.
That was the Wednesday.
So I told him, okay. So then I called the little boy's father, that is my ex-husband. I called him to talk, to find out if Colonel is at the home.
So your ex-husband is living in the same place where your daughter is living with her boyfriend and your nephew. Anyways, yeah.
Because Alija just tell me she come up by you to get her things. So then he I called him to talk, to find out if Colonel is at the home. Because Alija just tell me she come up by you to get her things.
Oh, so she's living with the boyfriend, but the ex-husband, she must have been living by the ex-husband before, but then she moved out to go and live with the boyfriend. Okay.
So then he tell me Colonel came to the house to get her clothes, but she don't come back here. He don't see her.
That is the stepfather.
That's the stepfather. That is what he's telling me.
Her ex-husband.
So I say, okay. I call back Alija and I tell Alija, well, this is what he just told me. So Alija tell me what he don't know. I leave it there. Thursday, I am calling. He hasn't seen her, calling his phone. He's telling me, Colonel, come there. Since it's time to get her clothes. But when he gets up in the morning, what he told me, Colonel came to get her things Wednesday afternoon. He left Colonel at the house and he go. They was talking, he asked Colonel.
So the ex-husband was the last one who saw her.
Where she going? She said she going by your man.
So the ex-husband, stepfather, was asking her where was she going. I wonder. Where was she going? She said she going by her man. So I'm guessing she's moving out of the ex-husband's stepfather house and going to stay with the okay.
He told her which man. She said, that is not your business, stay out of my business. He said when she told her that, he said he leaving her alone. He left and he tell her, when you finish, set up your clothes. Lock up my place and for me and you'll check your scene.
My question here is, who is the father of the child? Of the colonel's little one? Who's the father? The boyfriend? Or may not make speculations. Anyway, just continue.
So he said he leave at the house and he go. Came back around 7 and he did not, she was not there.
So that's the Wednesday.
The bicycle is outside, the clothes is there, but she's gone.
So she came back for her clothes. He was the last one who saw her. Stepfather, ex-husband, was the last one who apparently saw her, from what she's saying there. And the bike that she normally uses is still there. The clothes that she came for is still there. Then what transpired between the ex-husband and that girl, who then told him that she's going to meet her boyfriend. This is just logical thinking right there, brothers and sisters.
she's gone.
So after all of that, at what point did you notify the
police?
That she is, she's not,
Well,
Hey, so somebody else went missing, and to go and notify the very police who are incompetent and have never found, from my understanding, never found anybody who has gone missing. It is only other people who are found who have gone missing. This is one of the things I always tell people, brothers and sisters. We have a police department there that seems to be lacking in training, and they are just there to just gain funds. Because, I mean, shouldn't that be part of their repertoire? Shouldn't that be part of their repertoire? And I always ask the question from the understanding. Since there have been a number of persons gone missing, what has the police done to elevate their standard? What equipments have they gotten? What training have they gotten? Absolutely nothing. I am absolutely 100% certain that the police is going to tell them that they're going to be doing search and that's all they can do, and they look for and whatnot. Another question I have to ask, is there any forensic specialists in Dominica? Then again, most people I know, an individual is a forensic specialist from Dominica, but in the United States, most likely if they have to come to Dominica, they won't feel compensated enough. That's why they end up staying overseas to do these things, to do the jobs. My question here is, does Dominica actually have one? Because there are a number of crimes that are happening in Dominica, and it's just going one year and just come out the next. Anyways,
here in Dominica, as a citizen of Dominica, we have a poor record here of missing people.
Hey.
The officers, they start the searches, they call it off after a certain time. I am not saying
talking about past experiences,
or you're not helping. What I'm saying, they're not helping quick enough.
I don't think it's not helping quick enough, because they can go out there and help and have absolutely no idea what they're doing. I remember, and I gave that story already, where an individual from Montserrat came down. He's from Dominica. He left to go Montserrat, became a part of the police department in Montserrat. They elevated training and everything like that, and he decided to come back Dominica. I don't know if it's holiday or something. He came back, and there's some woman that was missing, and it was that guy who used this training that he learned in Montserrat to find the woman, the very woman. The police out there trying to solicit people to come and help and all those kind of things, which is good. But at the end of the day, is there proper training happening in Dominica for this to happen?
It's been 7 days my daughter is missing. I went to the police station Sunday morning.
So Wednesday, they say 24 hours. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days.
I spoke with an officer, and you are watching me and tell me, ma'am, there's nothing we can do for you right now.
So they've been saying, ma'am, I understand your frustration. We will try to gather enough information. You telling the person, you telling the people out there that there's nothing you can do for them. You're not saying, ma'am, we are trying to get a team together to go out there and do some research, trying to gather information, all these things. You are telling the woman who has lost her daughter for 4 days. 24 hours pass after 24 hours pass, then 4 days. You're telling her that there's absolutely nothing that you guys can do for her.
There's nothing we can do for you right now. You are telling me to my face, ma'am, I'm putting your daughter to die where she is because we can't help you.
That is exactly what it sounds like. Because I've been saying this from time and time over time again, brothers and sisters. Somebody go missing. We know there are people gone missing already, brothers and sisters. Even the very Kanisha herself went missing. Not just her, but 10 years prior to her going missing, her mother also went missing. Her mother also went missing. There are a number of persons that are gone missing. I know there's a family member of mine who went missing up to today.
This is what you're saying to me. I am coming to a police officer that signed an oath, that took their mouth and said, I will help to protect you.
Yep. That's what they said. That's what the oath is about. Your duty as a police officer is to uphold the law and to help the people, protect the people. You are guided by law to do that. There's something else that I heard. We'll talk about that in a moment.
And you are telling me you can't help me because you don't have enough information. That is crap.
Well, there's one thing to not have enough information, but on the basis of telling somebody that there's nothing you can do for them, really? That's it. Who give all you training? You're not trying to say, oh ma'am, I'm sorry for these things. We are trying to gather information. Right now we have sent out a few people to try to search around the certain area to find clues or something. Give some sort of Magwesa, even if you lie in Magwesa. Because I've heard certain things where the police say certain things, and I've done a little extra thing to find out if they're actually doing it or not. And they're not doing it, but they're telling the people that they're doing it. So sometimes, even if you lie in Magwesa, to give that person a level of comfort while you try to gather information, that will at least provide some sort of, hey, they care about me. They care about me. They care about my family member. They're really doing what they say they are going to be doing by trying to protect the citizens or to even go out there and look. But no.
That is nonsense.
This picture reminds me of what Dice was singing. Everybody sees, but nobody knows. You remember Kanisha go missing? You asked, and I've asked this question a number of times. Have the police gone to do different trainings out there? Have they brought in any dogs to do training? Nothing like that. Did they get the necessary equipments to help the people? Because this is not now that people have gone missing in Dominica, and we are still back there with the same. We never move from square one, you know, guys. We move from square one and get point one already. Square 1.1 when they got the Gatewas dog to try to do some scent. That was a little something, but that was nothing at the same time. So we never really moved from one. Everybody sees, but nobody knows, it seems. But I don't think nobody knows anymore. Huh? I think everybody knows, but they refuse to see.
So do you have any confirmation whether the police went out to search or?
Well, I went to the police station again this morning, and
so again, she went to them again.
The officer told me again, ma'am, we are doing everything we can.
That is a different story. That's probably a different officer. I'm sure it's some other officer that told her this. Because there's incompetence, there's imbalance when it comes down to this metric. I actually did this in CID, where I ask a police one question, and then I wait for that police to go so that police wouldn't know I asked the certain question. I ask a police the same question, and I get two completely different answers. So sometimes I don't know how they work in.
I mean, I lost my soul of my shoes trying to find your daughter. We are doing everything we can.
That shows a level of compassion right there.
Up to the update for me, the officer told me they have a warrant, they're going to search. Search is on the way. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that they find something.
What about the community of Chance? Are they assisting with the search?
Yes, they are. The community have been helpful in searching for my daughter. They put a search party together. They went out.
Guys, one thing I know, when you see comes on to Dominica and there's some sort of situation like this, Dominicans will definitely come out. They did this for Kenisha, even though some of them were there for food, but at least they came out to show some sort of, solidarity. And then they went out, search. There were all kind of people coming in to do some search. So,
and they searched the community, they searched the bushes as far as they could, because it's Chance people, they know the area well. They know the area very well, so they went out and searched as thoroughly as they could. Nothing has come up as yet. We are still planning on it.
Well, guys, that person was found.
I am here.
This is M News once again.
Chance near the Portsmouth Hospital, and the scene here is very gloomy, as there look like there's some development into this missing 18-year-old from Portsmouth. As you can see, lots of folks have gathered around. The police has already cautioned, kept the area, and consider it a crime scene. From reports, the young lady.
Guys, I'm happy Emo said this. There's a caution tip around considering this area a crime scene, and there's a reason why I want to point this out right there. Anyways, let's continue.
They have been found in the bushes in this area.
I was told it was a pastor who actually went out during the search party and actually found that girl. Noticed that there was some sort of thing happening with the bushes in a particular area and decided to do a little digging, or so some things was just off from my understanding, and then in doing some digging in that particular area, found that something was fishy, and then they found the body. It wasn't the police, by the way, brothers and sisters, from my understanding. It wasn't the police yet again.
So if I zoom in a
And
little
this
bit,
is the area right there. I think from my information, they said something about the tree. It looks like the tree. There was something with the tree, and you know.
you can see the area all the way. I see a barrel. I see tarpaulin.
Yeah, so this is around the area apparently that she was found.
This is Cornell.
Yes, well, it's a sad moment this afternoon. We understood that the little girl was apprehended, and
I think it might be him who found. I'm not 100% sure. Those of you who know, let me know in the comment box below. But I think it's him who found, noticed the signs, and you know, found something fishy in that area.
it's a blessing in disguise that she's been found. At least her parents have a closure, and everybody in the area is a bit sad. So we just have to keep praying for the family and for the town of Portsmouth.
I know you live in the Chance area, and this is a massive loss and, you know, a sad time for the community. What would you like to say to, you know, the family members now?
Well, I do not live.
Boy, what do you say to a family? What do you say, man? When somebody loses somebody, what do you say to them that could ever possibly bring some closure? Maybe you tell the person, you know, I understand what you're going through. I've been there myself. If you need somebody to talk to, I am there for you. I think that is the only thing you can say. No, I sympathize if you want, you know, some people just say it because that's the best thing that they can say. That's the best thing that they can say.
Too far from the area, and I want to say to the family, hold strong, and the community are praying for them, and we believe that it's through prayer that's why they find the body, and so they just have to keep on looking to the Lord.
You see, they found the body, so maybe it's not him that actually found the body. But anyways, that's fine.
Thank you so much. What do you make of the situation here? It's just sad, Emo. It's just sad. It's just sad. I just can't comprehend. I'm hurt. Yes. For both families, for the children, for the mother. I'm a mother myself.
For both families. Who is the other family? The mother and father, or maybe over the mother.
Just so sad. But at least there'll be some closure at the end because the body is found.
Close to my area there, boy. They man kill the girl down in the fucking thing down there, boy. Yeah, they man kill the girl. They find the girl body there in a fucking barrel here, boy. Police.
Well, that's also what I heard, but I heard that from based on what they're saying, seems like the remains was buried. So
down there, they see not.
How human beings can be so wicked, so now, boy? What is wrong with human beings, boy?
What do you think about this? What do you think about the situation? Here comes the mother.
Mother is coming.
Those of you who,
they normally bring up a family member to identify. That is something else, you know. That is something else, you know. That is something else, you know. Searching for the hope of something, something, positive. For her, she was probably sleeping somewhere, was ill and whatnot, something of that. We're going to identify the mother.
Boy, how boy? How boy?
And well,
the man really girl, boy. How boy? I ain't going home.
So the police asked that I move away from the area.
So that was a very sad situation right there. Mother going to identify Guess they finally agreed that's her. And but there's another thing I want to point out right here, brothers and sisters: the police involvement with MO News. So I will point out certain things right there.
So the police asked that I move away from the area. I'm not sure how further back I can go because the tape is here. I have not crossed the area, but
you're right, Mo. You once you're not inside there. I mean, if you were inside there doing what you were doing, and the caution tape was not there, and they drew the caution tape wrong, then you have a right to be outside because they can consider what is within the caution area the crime scene, but you are outside of the area, and therefore police cannot tell you to come out. You are not inside there, you are outside there. If they're telling you that, then everybody there needs to also leave, which by right they do not have right to leave at all. But I guess because he was live, that's why they say this. But at the end of the day, you are still outside, and you can definitely do whatever you have to do as a journalist. Nobody can tell you to come out there. Nobody. You are not within the caution tape.
So we are here in Portsmouth, and this is the scene here. There's basically nothing much to update again, and we are here on the scene. I just received the call from the police stating that I should end this live, so I'm going to end the live.
You received a call from the police to end the live. Which law you break? First of all, guys, let me help you understand something now. The police has no right to tell you what to do, anything outside of the law. They are not the law to tell you what to do. They are here to execute the law that is already written. The police is not the law. They are here to uphold the law. They are not here to execute and make up their own laws. So when police come in and tell you certain things, you must then ask them, can you recite the law that I am breaking, or the law that I am unaware of, that you are telling me that I should do, or what is guiding you to tell me certain things? Which law are you going off? The police cannot come and tell you anything at all if it is outside the law. Remember that, eh? The police cannot tell you anything that is outside the law. If they tell you anything outside the law, then that means they are the ones making the law, and that is not true. The police is part of the judiciary system. They are not part of the legislative nor executive.
And I will give the content of the live of the police conversation pretty soon. But as of now, I am on the scene, and I'm doing the job of media personnel.
Yes, and your duty as a journalist or media personnel is to bring the information of what is being gathered to the people who are not able to make it there. Things that are happening in different environments, once it's within the public sphere, you can definitely do this. I remember when the police came to me. It was in Portsmouth. They were having some meeting. Now I understand how the law works and everything. Like, the police came to me and they told me that they don't. When I came down there, they told me that they do not want me to film. No, guys, I had no intentions of filming. But the mere fact that the police came to me and tell me that they do not appreciate or do not want me to film, I know the fact that you mentioned that was the only reason why I went inside there and I filmed everything. The police wanted to tell me what they feel. I don't care what you feel. It's what is within the law. Within the public space, I can film. You cannot tell me not to film in public space. Are you insane? And I had no, I wasn't planning to film, brothers and sisters. I had no intentions to film at all. It's only when the police came for me and tell me that they don't want me to film inside there. That's why I went to film. The police cannot just act on its own and tell you certain things because they feel like that's what they want to do to protect certain people within the public space. No, fire, burn that.
Being on the scene, I am not exactly at the location where they found the body.
Which they made a caution tape for, and you definitely would not go inside there to film, but you are outside there.
here in Portsmouth. We are near the Portsmouth Hospital. And perhaps someone within the law can let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
Well, I can tell you're not doing anything wrong.
I'm here just as a news person. I am not directly on the area where the child was found. I am outside of the crime scene, the caution tape. And it is sad that he even called to threaten me and said that he's going to arrest me.
Well, you should have let them arrest you. You see, sometimes I don't think people understand the power that they have, you know. Let the police arrest you and then you can take the police to court and sue them. The police cannot act on anything outside the law. The police might try to intimidate you to do certain things, but let them arrest you and then sue the police. That's what you have to do. I don't think people get scared of the police. Guys, let me tell you something. The police is your servant, you know. The government officials, that they are your servant. They are there to protect you as a result of the laws that have been established. They cannot just act on their whim because they fail to do certain things. The very person that they trip in Layu, that person should take them to court too. Because on the basis of what? Which law that you went against for them to do you those things? Because it's an ego trip then. Brothers and sisters, it's an ego trip. Or the police feel like, hey, I am the law, I can do certain things. Or they can threaten you in a public space. You are outside the caution tape, bringing the information to the people who are willing to know what exactly is happening in Portsmouth. And the police calls you and tells you, if you do not stop filming, that they're going to arrest you. Under which law can they do that? Under which law? There is no law that they can tell you they can arrest you in a public space. You are outside the caution tape. If you were inside the caution tape trying to make noise to those police, then that's a different story. Because where they had the caution tape is where the crime scene is, or whatever scene that they put there, out of the jurisdiction of the public. You have a right to film there. When you ever heard that happening in the United States? You've never seen that happening? When there's crimes and all those kind of things taking place, caution tape, with people draw bodies and all those kind of things on the globe with cover on them. People are there filming to put this information out there for the public. The police cannot tell you anything outside of that. I find the police too rude now.
So perhaps someone can let me know if I'm doing something wrong.
You're not doing anything wrong, my girl. They're just trying to probably intimidate you for you to stop filming or whatnot for whatever reason. I understand the police can say, hey, they can call you on the phone and say, hey, we understand that you're doing things for the media, but can you please move further back and we'd like you to think, because this is a crime scene and we think that it's not relevant for to film. Then you can either take their advice or not. They can say all these things to you and you can say, okay, thanks for the information, and you be guided based on how you feel or not feel, how you know you should be guided. You can either accept the advice or reject it. They cannot then threaten you to arrest you. Make them arrest you and then come back for them. It's money you will make, you know. Some of you don't know how to make money on the state. Make money on the state, boy.
So we are here on standby. We will be right back to bring you more updates.
So she did film for a few more minutes and then she said that she's thing. But what I noticed, she went away from the area and thing. But there are other people filming there. There are other people standing there. They cannot just call one person and tell the other person to go. The law is guided for everybody. Those within the jurisdiction that needed to be there. I saw some nurses and maybe doctors, I'm not sure, people in white clothes came to identify the body, pronounce the body, you know, thing. But anyways, guys, we move along right there. So this is actually when they gathered, you know, and so people are saying that it was caught up, you know. Man, I tell you, human beings. Why are human beings so wicked? Why? No, guys, like I was telling before, on the basis of this, from the information that I got, it seems like there was some sort of struggle that was happening between the stepfather and this girl as well. This is the mother speaking about that situation right there.
So there, okay. So do you think that a problem came up? That's why she left.
Why she left to go by the boyfriend? Seems like there was some issues between the ex-husband or whoever that was and the girl.
Information that I have,
it's alleged. That's what I can say. Alleged.
I know my daughter told me that they had a fight. She told me they had a very huge fight. The Tuesday they had an argument, she told me. And then my son told me, Mommy, Colonel was fighting the other. Colonel hit Daddy, and I don't know why she hit Daddy. Just see why Colonel hit Daddy. Maybe did not see what the father did for her to lash back.
Yep.
And somebody had a very huge fight.
So that is the only thing that happened there that we can see. There was some sort of issues that was happening between the daughter and her ex-husband. You know, so there was some sort of thing that happened there. No, guys, I'm not putting any blame, but it just seems like, you know, the flashing lights seem to be pointing in one direction as a cause and effect. Because remember, she stated before that he asked her where she's going, and she said that she's going by a man, and they asked her who the man is, and she says not your business, you know, and this kind of things there. So she was living with him, from my understanding. Some situation happened between them, and then it seemed like she decided to leave. So she went for her clothes, and she went, I guess her bike that she normally used, she rode it to the area to get her stuff. But apparently she disappeared. The bike is there and the clothes is there. So what exactly could have happened, you know? What are your thoughts, guys? Do you think it was the ex-husband who did this? Do you think maybe the boyfriend, you know, probably saw that there was might have thought that there was something going on and got jealous or something like that? I don't know. Or do you think it was probably somebody else who did this? Maybe some ties with somebody else? What are your thoughts, guys? But what I know is that a young girl, 18 years old, an adult girl, she's not a child, she's an adult, 18 years old, and she has a baby that's a month and 10 months. So that means she was 16 years, 11 months. That's age of consent, but I mean, it's still young. But I don't know. The question here is, who is the child for that girl? Who is the father? I don't know. I'm just thinking. But there seems to be some squabble between the ex-husband, alleged squabble between the ex-husband and Colonel. So what could have transpired by them? Maybe there was jealousy or something. What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. I just decided to give the whole scope of what I thought was taking place. You know, challenging the different ideas of based of what transpired, based on the information that could be connected. But it seems like there was some sort of squabble. Apparently, Curl hit her ex-husband, and the son saw this and he was like, why did she do that? You know, what did he cause to happen for her to hit him? What exactly was going on? You know, so that's just my thought process right there, brothers and sisters. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Of course, check out the previous videos that I've did over the weekend if you want to go check that out as well. But it's a very sad situation, and my dear, I don't know. Sometimes the people that you looking to protect you are the ones who end your demise, or who create, not end, who create your demise in that regard. It's so sad. The young girl is gone yet again. But I honestly think that the police should do better. They should learn. There are most likely gonna be more people missing. It's a possibility. What have they learned as a result of this? What are the equipments that they've gotten? Have they done any training? Apparently no. We have no idea about these things. And the police also need to have some training on how to speak to people. Or you can tell the girl there's nothing, or you can tell the lady there's nothing that you can do. And it's your duty for you to be able to know what you should be doing in these situations. This is not the first time. I understand it's the first time somebody go missing. But you can't tell me you're telling the person that has been missing for 4 days that there's nothing you can do. Really? Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts right there. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come from, brothers and sisters. It's about mistakes on a mistakes. Oh, BrBpTV, brothers and sisters. Be real, be positive, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.